Greetings and welcome to Winter Alchemy episode number 1. This is the first episode of the entire seasonal alchemy series for the year 2019. So I'm so excited to be here and I'm so excited to have you with me. For those of you, if this is your first time watching any of my videos or watching any of the seasonal alchemy series, I want to welcome you, say thank you for tuning in. And for those of you who have been watching this throughout 2018 and you're still with me in 2019, I want to say welcome back and thank you for coming back. This year, 2019, is a powerful year. It is already the energy is very high this year, and I'm noticing a marked difference between people who are really focusing on their own personal energy and what energy they bring to the world and what energy they're receiving versus those who are just kind of being swayed by whatever they're around, whoever they're around, whatever information that they receive. And so I just want to say really quickly, not to go into too much detail about it, but 2019 is one of those years where more than ever we will have to be responsible for our own energy, the energy that we bring to a room and the energy that we allow ourselves to take in. And so we want to be mindful of that. And so with this episode, this very first episode of Winter Alchemy, we are in Capricorn season. And as I say in every one of my videos, everybody's a fill in the blank, including you. So now that we are in Capricorn season, everybody's a Capricorn, including you, because while the sun is in the sign of Capricorn, we are all being challenged to learn the lessons that the Capricorn energy has for us. No matter when your birthday is, oh, it's a little bird outside. I'm sorry. Okay. No matter when your birthday is, no matter what sign you profess to be, we all carry all 12 zodiac signs within us because we are all here to learn how to master the lessons of each one of those signs. And so right now, with us being in Capricorn season, which started in late December and will carry us through until close to the end of January, we are all being challenged to learn about this Capricorn energy and learn how to master it within our own lives. All right. So before I go any further, I want to encourage you to like, subscribe, share, leave a positive comment below, or if you got a question, leave that below as well, and I'll be sure to check that out. So before we go any further, also, I want to state that alchemy, for those of you who this is your first time watching, alchemy is a word that describes transformation. It's a word that describes the process of a person, a thing, an element, whatever, transforming from its basis, lower level, into a higher level. So seasonal alchemy or winter alchemy is about using the energy, the lessons, all of the components of the winter season, all of the lessons of this time of year to transform our own lives for the better. All right. So with Capricorn, winter alchemy jumps off with Capricorn season, with Capricorn energy. And so what does that mean? So in this video, we're just going to do a quick overview of what Capricorn energy is. And then in episode 2, we'll talk about how to survive and master this Capricorn energy. So Capricorn begins in late December on the winter solstice, which is the darkest day of the year in the northern hemisphere of the world. It's the day that winter begins. It is the day that people say is the darkest day because we have the shortest amount of daylight hours on the winter solstice. So it's a day where traditionally people have gone into the darkness, where people have literally, because it's darker longer. Like if you look outside, the daylight hours right now are still not as long as the dark hours. So Capricorn season marks the time when we really should be going within to the deepest, even darker parts of ourselves, even darker than, Scorpio season when we were in Scorpio season, but really go into that self-reflection mode. Historically, this would be the time where, it's in the dead of winter And whatever you did in the spring and summer, as far as like agriculture, like if you were really good at what you did and you preserved your fruits and vegetables and, or you hunted a certain amount of meat and game and you had enough food to last through the winter, then you were successful. You were proactive, you thought ahead for the long term, and because you were proactive and because you were responsible, now you are able to survive the winter season with success. So Capricorn season or Capricorn energy is that energy that looks at what work have you done to sustain you for the long term. With this being at the darkest time of the year in the Northern Hemisphere, it is the time where you're either self-reflecting on, that work that you've done for your long term, or it literally can be the darkest time because you haven't done the work, because you failed to do what you were supposed to do in the spring and summer and even in the fall, and now you're kind of suffering the consequences. Which brings me to the symbol of Capricorn being the goat, being the I have some tarot cards here, but I'm not going to search too far for it. But being the symbol of Capricorn being the devil, which a lot of people are afraid of, but really the devil is the representation of you being punished, for lack of a better word, for not having done what you were supposed to do. Okay, so I don't want to put a religious context on it or anything like that, but Capricorn energy and the ruler of Capricorn, which is Saturn, the planet Saturn, is all about doling out the consequences or the rewards for having done the work or not doing the work that you were supposed to do. So which brings me to why this time of year on January 1st, what is everybody always doing? Creating New Year's resolutions. Why? Because you looked over the past year and you were like, oh man, this could have been better. Or I wish this was better. Or I'm going to change this. Or I'm going to get my whole life together. Do all this, And so when the new year comes, people feel as though, or when January 1st comes, because it's not technically the new year, but that's a whole nother video. But I get why New Year's resolutions occur on January 1st during Capricorn season, because you're looking at, your money or your weights or your household or the actual house that you live in or your children or your career or whatever. And you're thinking about all of the changes that you want to make. You're thinking about all of the things that you did last year or went through last year, or maybe challenges you had last year that now you want to take control. You want to, get your whole life back. You know what I mean? And so Capricorn season is the time, again, with this being hitting right at the winter solstice, at the darkest time of the year, that self-reflection. Where have I maybe missed the mark? Where can I do better? How can I do better? How can I take better control over my life? How can I take greater responsibility for my life? One of the lessons of Capricorn that no matter when your birthday is, no matter what sign you are, Capricorn always teaches you and I how to take responsibility for our own lives. Capricorn says, Capricorn says you will not receive the blessings of life outside of being responsible for your own life. And so then that devil that you face is almost like your own devil facing you, saying, hey, look, you are reaping the rewards of your own choices, your own decisions, that you've made throughout your life. So how do you want to change that? Can't blame anybody but you. Capricorn gets that reputation for being all about success and being driven and, those long-term goals, and even building sustainable wealth. And so if at this coldest, darkest time of the year, you don't have enough resources to last through the winter, like the old, hunter-gatherers, if you didn't do that work in order to sustain you through the winter, then that devil's looking you in the face and saying, you've reaped what you've sown, honey. So sorry, So that's why Capricorn teaches us all responsibility. To be the masters of our own lives, to be the masters of ourselves for long-term success. So that is what we are focusing on right now. That is what Capricorn season is teaching all of us. It's asking us to look at our lives and ask, have we done the work? And then secondly, what work will we do this year to improve our lives, to enhance our lives, to accomplish whatever our goals are. Now, everybody's goals are different. Even though Capricorn is about success and climbing the ladder to success, everybody's definition of success is different. Yours is different from mine. Mine is different from the next person, on down the line. So Capricorn asks all of us to decide what exactly is success to you and what are you willing to do to get there. And how will you take responsibility for your own life so that you can get to where you need to get to? All right. So that is the lesson for Capricorn. That's how all of us are Capricorns right now, including you. Everyone's a Capricorn, including you. So I challenge you to ask yourself, what have I done to get to where I am right now? And be completely honest with yourself. And then ask yourself, where am I trying to go in my life and what am I willing to do to get there? Okay, so those are the questions for Capricorn season, and that pretty much wraps up episode 1 of Winter Alchemy. Yay, we are in 2019. Okay, I just had to sing a little song. Okay, so make sure that you like, subscribe, share, leave me a good comment below. Also, make sure, right now I still have on sale the 2019 year ahead readings. So for those of you who are wanting to know what 2019, not necessarily what 2019 has in store for you, because again, Capricorn teaches that you work towards your own destiny, but what challenges may lie ahead for you? What is the best thing to do when? It helps you to strategize and plan your goals out that makes sense for you. So if you are interested in that, get the 2019 year ahead reading while it is still on sale. The link is down below. Also, my other readings, the Magic of Me Intuitive Natal Chart reading, which helps you to know where all of the signs are in your own personal chart and what that means for you. And also a general question reading if you just have a general question about something that is going on in your life and you just want a little clarity on that. Those readings are also still available and they are also in the links below. And make sure you get the Magic of Self-Love, my book, which is now available. How to make self-love be the magical tool that you use to change, transform, and make your life absolutely wonderful. However you define wonderful living. So that link is also in the description box down below. And I think that is it. Just looking over my notes. Yep, that's it. So I will see you very soon in the very next video, Winter Alchemy episode 2, how to survive and thrive in Capricorn season. Until we speak again, I'm wishing you so much peace and love. Happy 2019.